Hello everybody out there watching on Thanksgiving Day. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody watching. Welcome to our next event of Daytona Speed Week. I am Levi McIntyre, the voice of the NNSCRA Amazon Prime Truck Series, here to welcome you to the Daytona 250 here at Daytona International Speedway as we are getting set for 20 laps of racing for our first points race of this week, and this is for the Truck Series. And this is going to be quite exciting. Trucks at Daytona. And as far as the roster of drivers we have for this season, let's take a look at those names. So in the number 1 truck we have India Nanjiamai. In the 2 truck we have Lex Dion. In the 4 truck is Zach Flickinger, who is actually on the pole for today. In the 6 truck, Alex Hoover. In the 8 truck, Cole Deaver. The 9 will be Phil Parker. The 00 of Keith Miller. The 10 of Sam Rogers. The 11 of James Richardson. The 12 of Austin Colano. 14 of Nathan Stapleton. 17 Jesse Turner. 18 Christian Vargas. 20 Melissa Alexander. 21 Cody Smart. 23 being Brandon Gonzalez. 24 of Dorian Facepuncher. 25 Charles Belding. 29 Andrew Rich. 31 Connor LeBay. 33 JJ Roberts. 38 Scott Roush. 43 Derek Hamill. 48 Alex Ferranti. 51 Darius Dadgar. 54 of Zachary DeLello. 88 of Logan Bradley, Josh Drake in the 92, the 98 being Alex Gray, and the 99 of Anthony Lopez. So that is our entry list for this season in the Amazon Prime Truck Series. This could turn into being a one-time only season for this as well as the Domino's NXT Series. I'll have the final announcement of that by the end of the season. But we're going to have fun with this. So let's take a look at the starting lineup for this race. Starting in the last row is Zachary DeLello and Darius Dadgar. Top 10, we got Zach Flickinger on the pole with JJ Roberts second. Row 2, Josh Drake, Brandon Gonzalez. Row 3, we have James Richardson, Cody Smart. Row 4, Logan Bradley, Jesse Turner. And then row 5 is Christian Vargas and Connor LeBay. So with that said, let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines for the Daytona 250, our first points race of Daytona Speed Week at Daytona.
Drivers, start your engines!
Paint schemes for this season for all the trucks are quite diverse. We got a lot of realistic Truck Series paint schemes as well as some like retro Cup Series paint schemes, as you can clearly already tell with at least 3 of them in the top 10. And even some current Cup paint schemes have made their way into this Truck Series, trying to give this field a bit of a unique, or give this series a bit of a unique aesthetic, which is really, really cool. As we go to helicopter view to appreciate the tops of the trucks. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting season, because if this were to be the only season of both Amazon Prime Trucks and Domino's NXT, then the champions for each of those series will get guaranteed rides of my choosing in Season 6 of the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So this is going to be huge, and this is only a 14-race season for the trucks. It'll be 20 for Domino's NXT, but Marvel Studios Cup will still be the full 36 schedule. As we are getting set to go points racing for the first time today, but keep in mind, in a few hours from now will be the Domino's NXT race, and then at 6 o'clock Eastern Time tonight will be the Daytona 500 for Marvel Studios Cup. So we got a big day of racing here at Daytona. Pace truck in the pit road. You know what time it is? Boogity, boogity, boogity! It's time to go Daytona racing! Well, the big one has struck early on here at Daytona on lap number 1. I saw them go 4 wide in turns 3 and 4, and I knew that was not going to last. But Josh Drake led that first lap. I believe that's Josh Drake. Indeed it is. I'm going to have a tough time remembering some names to start off, but everybody gets settled out pretty well. But numerous trucks either get damaged or completely done for the day. So it's going to be interesting to look at the replay of this, and speaking of which, we're going to take a look at the replay of what brought the caution out for the first time today here in the Daytona 250 at Daytona. So here's a look at, so Cole Deaver was side by side with the 21 truck, and Cole Deaver is going to come down trying to get in line in front of Dorian Facepuncher in the 24, but not really working out in his favor, and as a result takes out the 24, the 10 of Sam Rogers. Keith Miller gets a piece of it. Connor LeBay was in it. Nathan Stapleton, Zachary DeLillo was involved. Austin Colano was in it. Phil Parker. Trying to see who else was in it. Jesse Turner was involved. Brandon Gonzalez. Charles Belding, who gets into his teammate Facepuncher there and almost sent the 24 upside down. Alex Hoover, I'm not sure if he got involved. Let's actually look at it. Yeah, he did go around and gets a pretty significant hit by the 9 of Phil Parker. As you see all this chaos ensuing, there's the 12 of Austin Colano, and he managed to escape through the crash. But yeah, that did cause a big separation in the pack, but luckily since the caution is out, everybody will be bunched back up. But we're gonna have quite a few trucks out of the race. Let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Daytona. Well, after that big one that came out, we got 9 trucks out of the race, and they include Keith Miller, I believe, in that 00. Like I said, it's going to take me some getting used to with these names. Nathan Stapleton, Jesse Turner, Charles Belding, Dorian Facepuncher, Phil Parker, Sam Rogers, Brandon Gonzalez, and Connor LeBay. Those are the trucks out of the race. But we got 21 trucks still on track. Josh Drake is your race leader. 2nd, Christian Vargas. 3rd, Scott Roush. 4th, Zach Flickinger. 5th, Logan Bradley. 6th, James Richardson. 7th, J.J. Roberts. 8th, Cody Smart. 9th, Cole Deaver. 10th, India Nangiamai. 11th, Melissa Alexander. 12th is Anthony Lopez. 13th, Andrew Rich. 14th, Alex Ferranti. 15th, Lex Dian. 16th, Alex Gray. 17th, Darius Dadgar. 18th, Austin Colano. 19th, Derek Hamill. 20th, Zachary DeLillo. And then 21st is Alex Hoover. So that is the field for this restart. 15 laps to go here at Daytona. We still got a long way to go. And now that it's single file for this restart, perhaps we won't see crazy chaos ensue early on in a run. And Josh Drake got off to a decent jump on that restart, but here comes Christian Vargas in the 18 switch truck trying to take the lead. Christian Vargas trying to block both lanes to keep that race lead, but he left the bottom open for teammate Zach Flickinger. Oh my goodness, are they going to attempt 4 wide again? Didn't they not learn? Oh, smart. Oh my god, how did they save that? They were trying to go 4 wide again. It was the 88 of Logan Bradley, I believe. Yeah, Logan Bradley in the 21 of Cody Smart. That's the second time Cody Smart got caught up in a 4 wide situation. This time we luckily got away with no crash. I don't know how they kept it together, and it did cause a bit of a separation in the pack, but not too much. The people in the pack are starting to reel back in the top 6, I believe. But anyways, Christian Vargas has that spot for now, but here comes Josh Drake with a run underneath of the 38 of Scott Roush. And then you got James Richardson in the 11 FedEx truck trying to work his way up here into the picture. And then the 1 of India Nanjiamai stuck in the middle of 3 wide underneath. It looks like Darius Dadgar and Zach Flickinger. But now they're starting to settle things out and race really well at 3 wide, double wide, 3 wide action right now all throughout the racetrack. So yeah, a tip, no 4 wide, otherwise disaster can strike. And look at this run for Darius Dadgar in the 51 with help from Alex Ferranti and Cole Deaver. I see the 99 truck of Anthony Lopez kind of lurking in the shadows back there. I feel like I'm seeing a truck missing, or at least I thought I was. But yeah, I got 2 trucks back here a little bit off the pace after that crash. Austin Colano and Alex Hoover. Everyone else still running up here in this main pack. Looks like 3 wide for third between Cole Deaver, Melissa Alexander, and James Richardson. Now, Melissa Alexander running that 20 Home Depot Chevy. She, as well as James Richardson, teammates for Joe Gibbs. The 18 truck is actually Kyle Busch Motorsports, teammates with the 51, the 4, and the 54. So the 18's off on its own currency, essentially. And speaking of KBM, the 54 of Zachary DeLello, he somehow, after getting slightly involved in the big one, trying to work his way up here at the front. But meanwhile, the top 2 have kind of broken away a little bit from the pack. Alex Ferrani in the 48 and Darius Dadgar in the lead in that $51 General truck. But the 2 of Lex Dyan, he's up here now to third, and now he's going to pull out down low to try and take second away from the 48 of Ferranti. As we just passed the halfway point, 10 to go here in the Daytona 250. 3 wide for third between the 98 of Alex Gray, Alex Ferranti, and Cody Smart, but it sells to double wide, and Cody Smart right now will have the advantage to take that position with help from Zach Flickinger, but he goes up, leaving room for Flickinger to make a move, make it 3 wide, and he gets help from James Richardson. Richardson's teammate, Melissa Alexander, not too far behind, but now the 21 of Cody Smart thought about trying to block her, and now he does, to prevent her from getting to his team, or to her teammate. James Richardson in the 11 truck now to second as he approaches Darius Dadgar, who's in the lead. Now keep in mind also, this will be the last race for a few weeks before we get to race number 2 of the season. But now it looks like we're going to have a fight for the lead, as here comes Richardson with the run, and he's getting help from teammate Melissa Alexander, who in turn's getting help from Josh Drake in the 92. Oh, the 43! Oh, man, that's going to be big. The 43 of Derek Hamill spins, but he spins it into pit road. I don't think that's going to equate a caution. No, indeed. And he also only got left rear into the wall, but let's see what happens with the 43 truck. Comes in for a quick passer, stop, and go. So right now the 43, I believe, would still be on the lead lap. Just barely, though. Meanwhile, up here at the front, Melissa Alexander had the race lead. But here comes Josh Drake in the 92 truck. Josh Drake had 92 Advanced Auto Parts Ford. But he leaves the bottom open for Zach Flickinger, the pole sitter, to try and take the spot back. Moves up to the middle, opening room for Cody Smart to take the lead. Cody Smart, who has Logan Bradley behind him. Remember what happened earlier? Those two almost caused another big wreck by attempting 4 wide. But they're back up here in the hunt as it's 3 wide, several rows deep. And here comes the 88 of Logan Bradley. Logan Bradley now to the race lead with help from India Nangiamai behind him. Lex Dyan in the 2 trying to break that up, and it looks like he's going to break that pairing up. And now with help from Scott Roush, he could be a contender for this. Anyone up here in this pack, all the way even back to the 99 of Anthony Lopez, are going to have a chance. Still plenty of time, 6 laps to go. But it looks like they will approach the 43 of Derek Hamill very soon. As you can tell, he's got a big dent in the left rear of that truck after he got into the inside wall from a spin out right here off of turn 4. But right now, Logan Bradley in the 88 Ford Quality Care Ford F-Series has the lead, but leaves open for 3 wide with Scott Roush and Christian Vargas in the 18 with help from teammate Zachary DeLello in that 54 truck. Less than 5 to go, and they are rapidly approaching that 43 of Derek Hamill. You gotta wonder if he's still going to be up to speed by the time the pack gets to him, or is he going to be a hazard? It looks like for now he's going to be a hazard, and they better be careful around him. Otherwise, problems are going to ensue. It's causing a lot of trucks to get slower because of this. It looks like as if the 43 will be able to blend in. I don't know. He may be a couple miles per hour off of where everyone else is running. But that cost Logan Bradley and Scott Roush, who are teammates, that cost them a lot of time. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch back up to the race lead. Logan Bradley needs to get out of the way of the 43, and it looks like he will. So yeah, it does look like as if Logan, or actually Derek Hamill, is a few miles per hour off of where everyone else is going. Back up here at the front, we got another new leader, James Richardson, back to the lead. Alex Ferranti second, but Melissa Alexander trying to break that up and get to second. 3 laps to go here at Daytona. Darius Dadgar, who led early on, he's trying to make it 3 wide for second. But Richardson hanging on strong, and look at Josh Drake come back up here. Zach Flickinger, the pole sitter, trying to show that he's still got what it takes. But we may have a challenger for the lead. Darius Dadgar, with a huge run on the inside, is going to take the lead from James Richardson. When we get to the line here, it will be 2 laps to go here in Daytona, and still anybody up here in this pack has a chance, but they need to work together to get up to the front, as it's now less than 2 to go here at Daytona. Darius Dadgar with the lead, but it's about to become 3 wide for second. Here comes Alex Gray, who we haven't really talked much about all day. He's now up here to second. I don't know, things are starting to get interesting towards the front, but Darius Dadgar's got a gap between himself and the rest of the field. But now that gap's starting to shrink because Alex Gray, who's now got help from Zach Flickinger in the 4 truck, is now 3 truck fight for the lead, and now Gray gonna come down to the bottom to try and take the lead as the white flag is out here at the Daytona 250 at Daytona. Alex Gray didn't quite get enough draft help to keep that momentum going on the bottom, which helps for the 51 to move back down to the bottom to keep that spot. And now Indian NGMI, he's trying to break that up, but doesn't get enough of a run. Logan Bradley trying to take 3rd away. Alex Gray going to stick behind the 51. Can he make a move off turn 4? I don't think he's going to have a shot. Oh, he's going to pull down. He can maybe make it work. I don't know. Checkered flag waving. Photo finish at the line, but Darius Dadgar wins the Daytona 250 at Daytona to kick off the big day of racing on Thanksgiving Day. What a finish. Man, I thought if Alex Gray would have went for that move a little bit sooner, he could have maybe pulled it off. But nonetheless, the 51 of Darius Dadgar managed to hold off the field and win his first ever Amazon Prime Truck Series race. So that's 1 race of 14 in the record books. Let's look at the rest of the results. Alex Gray with a great finish in 2nd, but like I said, if he would have made that move a little bit sooner, like right at the end of that, or actually a little bit before the 2nd white stripe on the pavement off of turn 4, he could have maybe had a shot at it. But anyways, Logan Bradley with a solid performance in the 3rd spot, Josh Drake finishing out in 4th, and Indian NGMI finishes out in 5th. Christian Vargas finishes in the 6th position with a solid performance. James Richardson finishing 8th. Great run for Cody Smart in 8th. Alex Ferranti finishes 9th, and then rounding out the top 10, J.J. Roberts in the 33 truck. Rest of the lead lap trucks were Melissa Alexander, Scott Roush, Lex Dion, Zach Flickinger, Anthony Lopez, Zachary DeLello, who's the 29 truck again? Oh, Andrew Rich. Andrew Rich and then Cole Deaver, and then the final 3 trucks that finished a lap or more down were Derek Hamill, Austin Colano, and Alex Hoover. Everyone else was out of the race after the big one that took place. Keith Miller, Nathan Stapleton, Jesse Turner, Charles Belding, Dorian Facepuncher, Phil Parker, Sam Rogers, Brandon Gonzalez, and Connor LeBay. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the Daytona 250. Stick around, in a few hours will be the Daytona 300 20-lap event for the Domino's NXT series. But until we get to that point, this is Levi McIntyre signing off, as here are your results and point standings heading into the 2nd race of the season.